Good morning. This was Saturday. I usually try to go to the gym and work out 3 or 4 times a week. Try to keep it at 4, but it doesn't always succeed. And then either once or twice a week I also go hiking or running. I started running more lately. I got new shoes, Hoka shoes. And then I discovered that running with your CrossFit trainers is really uncomfortable. So apparently the CrossFit shoes are really good because they are versatile. They have flat soles, they are good for stability, for weightlifting, for doing all kinds of things. And they do help you somewhat in sprints, but they are not good for longer running sessions. Then you switch to a Hoka shoe or any other dedicated running shoe, and it's a whole other story. You could have seen here that I'm doing some warm-up, some knees raising, some how do you call the back of the leg? I don't remember. Anyway, some those raising, then straight leg kicks and stuff, and then I start running. Obviously I'm not showing all the sections of the trail. I cut off some of it. It's really nice. It's really close to my house. We live along the lake and a river, so there's a lot of water, especially in this time of year. And this was a sunny day between like a few weeks of raining, which is not that common for the last couple of years. So that was a very peculiar winter this year. And yeah, the entire thing was about an hour 20, but I don't manage to run more than like 200, 300 meters at a time, either for endurance reasons or muscle pain. So I'm just starting out. It's not something that's very natural to me, especially at my size. It's become easier over time. I got this idea of trying to run more after like a month and a half ago. We had one of the workouts at the box, and we did 2 kilometers run. And it was the first time that I decided, okay, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to focus on that element of the workout. I'm going to run the 2 kilometers. I didn't run it all in one segment. I ran also the environment around the box that we have is we don't have 2 kilometers marked, like 1 kilometer marked. So I ran 500, got back. The first 500 I ran all the way. Then I walked for a bit, then came back, ran the other way, then ran again 500 and 500 back. So overall 2 kilometers. And then I get that was the turning point, we can call it, that I told myself, okay, I can run, I can start trying this. And ever since that, I try to run at least once a week. There are a couple of weeks that I managed to do twice, not a lot of it. But overall, it depends on how I'm feeling. With all the other workout, it's important to rest, to let your body rest, to not over-exert yourself. So like last week, all those weeks of the open really are challenging. The open itself is challenging, and the workouts we are doing around it are quite challenging. So there is a bit of an overload on your body. So last week I went on Saturday. I went on a hike. It will be on a later video, but that morning I woke up and my leg hurts. So we went on a hiking trail, and I ran some of it, but not as much as I would have. Like a week before that, I went on a run on a Friday morning, which I didn't film, and I ran pretty much the whole time. I did like an hour, 5.5 kilometers. I ran 200-300 meters, walked for a bit, again 200 meters, and I did the entire thing back and forth. So some days you wake up and you feel strong and you feel capable, and you go and you run, and the run may be hard. That run on a Friday was challenging. I felt my legs exerting, and it wasn't the most easy thing I did. And sometimes you go on a trek and you just don't feel like you are able to put yourself through it, and that's fine. It's still an hour 20, an hour and a half that I walked along the path with some elevation and some other things. So it's still exercise, it's still activity, even if it's not the most demanding thing I ever did. But this trail here for this Saturday, it's an easy trail. It's you have a pedestrian walk pretty much the entire way. There's no elevation really. It's just straight walk along the path. It's nice. It wasn't too hot. The view, as you can see all across the video, is really cool, and it's really close to home. So anytime I want, I just can get out of my house and go run here, and it's nice. I bought 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. I got a running. Well, it's not really a running vest. It's supposed to be for bikes, and it has an hydration bladder for 1 liter of water, so I can hydrate along the way, and it carries my phone and the case for my earbuds, so I can listen to my podcasts and stuff along the way. It really improved my running. I did it like straight away after I decided that I'm going to be running. I went running one time. My phone was in my pocket. It wasn't the most comfortable thing. I also didn't have water. So I decided, I need some solution. Some people use running belts. I have a big belly. It's not that comfortable wearing a running belt. So I saw on TikTok people use vests. The problem is a lot of those vests are expensive. So I looked for something a little more on the cheap side, and I found the thing I'm using now, as you can see here. And it's nice. It's mostly comfortable. It does everything I needed to do. It has a pocket for my thing. It has the hydration bladder. So I'm good with it. It was a good purchase. And that's a lesson in general. When you want, and a lot of the time I'm not so good with that. When you want to start doing something and you tell yourself, oh, I need some equipment, I need some gear, I want to buy stuff. Don't go buy the most popular thing, the most expensive thing. Start at the beginning, at the entry level. And if you see that you are successful and you stick with it, you can buy new things. So an example for that, for both ways, I'm using here an action camera called the Insta360 X3. It's not the top of the line, but it's not cheap. It's a good camera. It takes 360 degrees video, and it's really nice for stuff like that. You can film the entire thing without having to worry about where the camera is pointing to, and then you edit the thing after that. It also has like very good stabilization, so you can run with it, and it keeps everything stable. It's an action camera. It's supposed to be for like people that ski and dive and stuff like that. So while it's not the end of the line kind of camera, I looked at stuff twice the price. It's also not a cheap thing, but I did start when I start filming my workouts. I started with my phone, and when I saw that I'm doing it and I like doing it, I bought a new camera, and I love it actually. At the beginning I thought that maybe I overspent a bit, but no, it was a good purchase. And that's it for this. Thank you for coming along, and have a smiley day.